Hi, Chester Elton here with my weekend book club recommendation. And this is a great little book. It's Elevate by Robert Glazer. Push beyond your limits and unlock success in yourself and in others. You know, it's really interesting. Bob's very entrepreneurial, and in his companies, he said, look, I want my people to be happy. I want them to be motivated. I want them to be learning and growing and developing. And so he started to send out little messages on Friday forward. He says, I'd drop it in everybody's, email box, hoping that maybe they'd read it at best and probably be ignored. Well, he started to get a lot of great feedback. And it was quotes and inspiring stories and so on. And then he started to share it with other friends, other CEOs in their companies. And they found the same result, that this little boost at the end of the week was really helping people. And it wasn't, necessarily about work stuff. In fact, most often it was about, how to be better in your spiritual life, how to be better in your physical life, how to be better in your intellectual life. Well, it's really interesting. He boiled it down into 4 areas where you need to elevate if you want to have a healthy life, not just a business life or a personal life or a family life, a happy life. And it's physical, spiritual, intellectual, and emotional. Well, the book is really quick to read, and it's not just a series of inspirational quotes. Now, I like those books, and I think they're fun. This one really focuses on those 4 areas. And I wanted to share with you how this really works, because I think it's brilliant. The first part, he talks about spiritual, build your spiritual capacity. And he says, look, most often we think that's, it takes on a religious context. He says, really, it's about your core values. He has great quotes at the beginning of every chapter. He says, becoming a leader is synonymous with becoming yourself. It's precisely that simple, and it's also that difficult, by Warren Bennis. Well, as he goes through, and what I love is he actually highlights in blue, which I find I end up highlighting in yellow. But he talks about how to get to your core values, what to think about. When did you feel best about work? When did you feel most drained? And then at the end of every chapter in these 4 areas, he gives you action steps, which are just incredibly valuable. He'll give you websites, books to read, TED Talks, how to put together SMART goals and be specific. I love this part about spiritual, about really determining what are your core values. The other section that I'll share with you just quickly, I don't want to spoil the book, I really do want you to buy it, is this idea of being healthy physically. He talks about, our health we take for granted until we don't have it anymore, and how he had a heads up where he thought he was having a heart attack, although it was an anxiety attack. And as he looked into the eyes of his little baby boy, he thought, seriously, this is the way I'm going to die? This little boy will never know his dad. So he took being physical, and being physically healthy to a new level. And he started to run, and he started to watch what he was eating and so on. And then, of course, in the action steps, he gives you great tips. Take 2 15-minute breaks. Get 8 hours of sleep. Don't use any electronics an hour after you wake up or an hour before you go to bed. And in these 15-minute breaks, don't take your technology with you. We get so addicted to our phones. Sign up for a 5K race if you've never done that. Push your limits. Well, it's really a wonderful little book. It goes on sale in October. Pre-order your book on Amazon. It's not just a great book to help you think. It's a great book for resources on how to help you follow through on that thinking. Well, it's Elevate by Bob Glazer. Push beyond your limits and unlock success in your life and others. I can't recommend it more highly. It's a quick read. It's a compelling read. You can read it all in one sitting, and then you're going to go back and you're going to highlight it and you're going to read it again and you're going to share it with friends. Elevate. It's the weekend book club recommendation. I hope you'll buy it. I hope you'll read it. I hope you'll do the things that will elevate your life and make your life better. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Cheers.